Moving on to zone 7, so moving back to this, moving to this larger sort of triangular area of the woodland again. It's largely dominated by birch, so we've moved up to the top where we've had a lot of oak and pine, down to this area where we've got a mixture of planted trees. And then we moved to zone 7. So this was all largely dominated by birch trees. And you can see it's very dense in terms of how they're growing and tall. And if you remember back to the issues of competition, you can see there's no sort of real crown development there. So what they're planning to is to try and thin the trees out. So removing selectively some of the trees within like the more crowded areas. So they did this by removing the weaker specimens and favouring species that are lower in number, and this should increase then diversity and reduce competition for sunlight, which is why you can see the trees sort of growing as they are, sort of very thin and tall rather than sort of spreading out. So in terms of structure, so at the moment we're seeing at the bottom right hand side of the screen here where my mouse is, an even aged woodland. So they're also growing in the same sort of way. So it looks tidy, but is of low diversity. And what they're aiming towards is this uneven aged wood. So having many wildlife habitats because of a high diversity. So keeping ancient trees containing both living and dead branches, middle-aged trees, fallen dead trees, understory of shrubs and small trees, and new saplings as well. So they're trying to also thin out to promote the ground flora as well. These are the type of woodland types. So we've got native broadleaves on types, which make up 65% of the management plan area. Coniferous makes up 25%, coppiced 5%, and non-native broadleaves 5%. And all of them are even aged because they haven't, or before the woodland plan, they hadn't undergone management beforehand.